the WE Springfield Armory Tactical Response Pistol Replica, or just better known as the WE TRP. Gas blowback airsoft pistol. This is full metal, and this is actually just something that I just put together out of nowhere. This is what's cool about airsoft, is that you can just take one gun that you have, take the slide, put it on another gun that you have, and it's almost like you have a whole new gun, where you just swap parts. It's like you can make a whole new gun. It's awesome. That's how I made this Springfield Armory Range Officer. All I did was combined two Gen 5 WE pistols, a high kappa and an MEU, and that was it. And of course I paid out for the wooden grips. They're real steel, real wood, cross cannon Springfield Armory logo grips. They were hand fitted. I got videos on how to do that. And pretty much I was experimenting with other pistols that I already own, because some of them were giving me problems, and I was like, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So this was a spare MEU slide off the Gen 5 WE MEU. And I wasn't using the Desert Warrior barrel assembly at the time, so I figured, well, I'll just put it in the slide so it's somewhere safe. It's not going to bounce around and stuff. And then I decided to go back to the GI configuration with the Desert Warrior as far as the recoil system. So I took the Angel Customs recoil system out, the guide rod and the plug, and put that in this slide, again, just to store it, keep it somewhere safe. It's not going to bounce around and whatnot. Not that it can get hurt, but why not? Why not be safe about it? And then I was experimenting with that slide on another gun. I'll get into that another time, maybe. I don't know. I don't care right now. And I was like, well, this is the slide that was originally fitted to this frame, and I never fired it as an MEU. But then when I realized, when I put that slide on in this configuration with these grips and everything, I was like, holy shit, this looks almost identical to the Springfield Armory TRP. That's pretty damn sweet, man. I like the look of that. I really do. It reminds me a lot of like well, I love the MEU stock. The MEU is like one of those I wouldn't specifically do something to do, unless of course it was a project like my range officer. But the MEU is just like the A1. It's just perfectly fine the way it is, in my opinion, and pretty much I leave a lot of it the same, or stock. And hold on. I'm a little winded. Okay. Right. So, this is bad. How can I not remember what the hell I was saying? But anyways, yeah, it kind of reminded me of like the TLE and stuff like that too. And I was like, well, why the hell not? Pretty much. Long story short, why not? And I've been firing it like this for a few days now, and I really like it. I really do. Still a loaded pistol, of course, and there's nothing wrong with a loaded 1911. It gives you what you need, what you don't, and take some more shots. So pretty much, if you buy a WE MEU, and then you put an extended guide rod in it, and put some sort of Springfield related grips on it, you pretty much have a Springfield Armory TRP. Because they do have the Novak sights with the 3-watt white dots. This video is a fucking disaster. I love it. It does have the extended guide rod, and I think they call it the Armory Black finish. I could be wrong. I like the TRP too. Again, I always mention the fucking guy, but Lazouche, way back, one of the first videos I think I stumbled upon his was his garter TRP, like it was like supposed to be for Tokyo Marori, but he had to like file a lot of shit and everything like that. And he had like the nickel or the chrome one, and this is like the pretty much the black version. I forgot what grips are supposed to be on it, but you know they're grips. You can always change them out. It doesn't fucking matter. And being a Gen 5, the finish, the quality on the finish is fucking exquisite. There's not much wear on here at all. There's some around some of the corners, a little bit on the back strap here. It's really it. I mean, a little bit in the front checkering here. Yeah, not a whole lot of wear going on. Fantastic piece fitment. The moldings are way better than they used to be. False firing pin gives it a little more room for wear and tear, so it's not so harsh on the back of the slide here and to the hammer, so you don't get like a dimple. On the older WEs you would get a dimple there because it keeps hitting the Allen screw, but instead it's hitting this false firing pin. That's pretty much a button, that's all that is, and it just buffers the contact. But going back to the sights, yeah, being 3-dot Novaks, it's really easy to acquire a sight picture and, you know, be able to do some really nice follow-up shots. And with the extended guy rod, there is a little bit of a difference. There really is. I tested it. I went on and on and on about it, and I could totally feel a difference that the extended guy rod brings to the table. It's supposed to help with accuracy and recoil, and it actually does. I don't know if it's because I got an Angel Customs one and maybe it's just a good one somehow. I don't know. But this one particularly, I could say, I could definitely feel a difference. It's more of a solid and steady blowback, and it keeps the muzzle in the front of the barrel from moving around a little bit during the recoil. You don't even notice that happens, but it does, because you got, with the GI guide rod, you got that in there, and then you have all this room here that's just spring, and then you got, sometimes the springs kink a little bit, so you got that guide rod kind of just jolting around a little bit when you shoot. But when you have an extended guide rod, it kind of acts like a train track and holds everything on, you know, to the rails, so to speak. This has the Gen 3 and 4 precision barrel, the blue one. It's not as good as the new Gen 5 black barrels, but that's just simply because I used the Gen 4 Desert Warrior barrel for this. So now it's like whenever I want, I can just change my TRP into a range officer, or vice versa. In the real world with real guns, that's not how that works, because you got brands and all this stuff, and everything is, well, I don't know if everything is made different, but I don't know. A little chilly out, so it didn't lock back. But there you have it, man. The WE tactical response pistol. Just a loaded pistol that was made to outdo the doing. It was made to handle every situation. It was supposed to be like the most robust 1911 at some point. That's what it was supposed to be. So I was just gonna end the video like that. Fuck out of here. And having an extended guide rod too, it does the slide just feels so much more sturdy. Again, the stability. I don't know. It just feels more in line. Like it actually has more to hold on to. When you rack it without one, it kind of feels like there's some slop. And I think the extended guide rod really just aids in that whole thing. And, by the way, today, in this current video, I am using reloads. Blasphemy. Yes, Airsoft reloads, and they are Evike Professional Grade 23 Gs. Dot 23 Gs. There you go. To be precise. They're nice. I like them. I'm getting the invisible ones by, I think, EMP. They're black. They're more for game use when you're playing against other people because it's harder to see them. Traceable. With a white BB, you could see it kind of coming, and then you can just move out of the way or something. But the black ones, apparently, when they're in the air, this is just from what I read. I never watched anything about it or whatever. I didn't care to. And they're just, it's just that simple. They're supposed to be harder to detect. They're gonna look pretty cool though in the magazines because they're like black. And so it's handling the reload just fine. And also being a Gen 5, it does have a reinforced loading nozzle out of the box. That's why they're blue. And I've actually taken one of these out and taken one of the original WEs. All the WE loading nozzles were pretty much the same. I think they maybe started reinforcing them, so to speak, after like Gen 2 or Gen 3. But they were always black, and then now they got these ones, and I kind of like weigh them next to each other and kind of like fondle them and shit to kind of like inspect them or whatever. And yeah, the blue one is definitely more solid. But the only time these would ever really break is one, if it's extremely hot out and you're using red gas. And that also depends on where you live. There's factors. There's many factors with science involved. And then you go to the extreme colds and you just keep shooting the shit out of it over and over and over again and just don't give it a rest. Yeah, you're going to freeze up that plastic nozzle and it's going to get frail, brittle, and break. Lovely gun to shoot, man. And the Gen 5s have more recoil. I know it's just Airsoft, but there is some felt recoil. And everyone always likes to compare Airsoft to a 22. Not everyone, but there's a lot of people. The majority of people who discuss the matter, that's what they say. I used to say that a lot too, but there also, it depends on the 22, because not every 22 is going to have the same felt recoil. But this feels more like the Gen 5 WE 1911s. They feel more like the heavier loads of like the 22s, or hotter loads. WE have made their 1911s works of art. They are exquisite. And one of the best things about it is that they keep their prices the same. And you guys might riot and fucking kill me if after this video is posted they raise the prices. And I'll make matters worse for myself, but better for you. By price range, it's usually like about 100 USD. Some websites have them for like 80, and but that's the stock pistols. You can't really. I don't think you could buy the TRP really. I think it's just something you have to put together because that's all I did, and it was an accident. I like this, man. This is fucking sexy. And the MEU, here's a little insight on the MEU, because that's what this originally was. Is that the MEU didn't always look so tactical and modern. The MEU used to look more like an A1 because the original MEU was just an A1, literally just taken off of the out of the box or whatever scenario may have been. I wasn't there, and they wasn't even fucking born. I don't think. No, I was not. And they just slightly modified it. I think they put some slightly higher sights on it or something, and then they put a commander hammer on it. They dovetailed the beaver tail, or the grip safety, should I say. It wasn't really much of a beaver tail yet. And they kept the lanyard. They almost always had them, in pictures anyways, with lanyards on them. That was like the big thing, I guess. Lanyards are cool, I guess. I don't know. I never use them. But I do like the lanyard loop. They did not have forward and rear cocking serrations. They only had the rear, and they were still upright because they were A1s. The grips were slightly, I think, modified. I forgot what, but they were just A1 grips. And then I think Springfield Armory came along and was just like, yo, this is how we do it, dude. And then they came out with the MEU that we know today. That's my story. That's what I read. Is it true? I don't fucking know. Correct me. I don't care. Don't correct me. I don't care, you know? Oh, she's spraying me in the fucking face. I think I have another magazine. Yes. Oh, a 1913 style. Looks kind of interesting. A really old style magazine going into a newer looking gun. Contemporary. Do I want to shoot this one? Or do I want to shoot these over here? I'll shoot these over here. Some one-handed action, right? One-handed action. That's a very Peter Griffin laugh. God, she's spraying me in the fucking eye. Love it when you spray me in the eye, baby. I feel like I really pleased you. If I had a Gene Simmons song, I'd be okay. I'm out of my fucking mind. But there you have it, guys. You know, that's the WE TRP, Tactical Response Pistol. And of course, you know, you got your 45 ACP. This is a high cap slide stop. I really don't recall if it was checkered. I know the originals were checkered, the very original MEUs anyway. I don't know about the TRP. Actually, I think the TRP is serrated. Yes, it is. And I believe the TRP is also supposed to have the MEU style flat, or flush slide stop end here. that's pretty much it, man. It's fucking sexy. We'll give you some little up close dry fire. Sexy. Alright, everybody, thanks a lot for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Some fucking subscribers and shit on here, man. This shit's ridiculous. Peace.